So if students are interested in participating in this program, it's important that parents and students read through the application package thoroughly. This year, the application form is going to be sent out today, and then it will be handed in to the leadership office by Monday, May 28th. I often get asked what happens if there are more applicants than there are spaces, and so far we have been able to accommodate all of these successful applicants into the program. And what we are looking for in successful applicants is really good citizenship and a willingness to participate in the program. So there isn't one ideal experiential student. We have had the top academics in the grade, and we have had students who struggle in school. We have had students who are totally musical, athletic, super well-rounded, all sorts of different students. The one common thing is they are keen to participate in the program, and they indicate this to us thoroughly in their application package. Citizenship at the school is significant, so has the student shown themselves to be a positive member of the community? But really, our goal is to have as many people who want to be a part of this program be able to participate in it. So I'm just thinking if there are any other questions that I haven't answered, and I will refer to some that I get frequently asked. So what happens with all those other electives that students are in? They don't have to write any other exams other than English, math, and science, so they aren't going to be penalized for their participation in the program. A course like business ed for our experiential students will end after second term. We do have situations where students have created really wonderful businesses that they want to continue on with, and because this meshes so nicely with what the experiential program's goals are, we have supported those students and given them some time to focus on their business. So there are different ways that we work individually with students based on their interest, but all of the electives stop after second term, and they don't write any exams for those classes. They do show up on their final report card, and they do get credit for them. We can support students taking Math 11, not Sciences 11 like I mentioned, and beginner Spanish. That needs to be a conversation with the language department to make sure that the student is capable of the condensed workload in the shorter amount of time. Will the workload be heavier? We work very closely with the teachers working with the experiential students the teachers are all St. Michael's University School faculty who are very involved in the program. And homework load should not be heavier than a regular homework load. We have heard back from students that they really enjoy the simplicity of focusing on the 3 classes only. But regardless of that, they do have English, math, and science almost every day. So they will have a bit of homework in those classes, but it shouldn't be more than the suggested hour and a half to 2 hours that students regularly have at the school. We do accommodate all languages that students might be choosing, and there are times when a student might be in French 10 Advanced, and those students are put in the same French class just for the 3rd term as the French 10 students, but the class size is typically very small, and the language teachers who are our regular language teachers accommodate this and differentiate very easily, and students feel like they're equally challenged and supported. The cost, this is something that probably should have been further up on my list of things to talk about. The cost is $900, and that is very heavily subsidized by the school. This is a very well supported program by the school, but it is $900 for the students and parents to cover, And with all leadership opportunities at the school, financial assistance is always available and just needs to be noted once accepted into the program, just through communication with myself. And I think that we will wrap up with this final documentary, which is one that the experiential students made last year. And I think it captures the program quite nicely. Thank you.
From the first day of Experiential, we got to be introduced to all of the people in Experiential, and before that I didn't know everyone who was in the program, so it's really nice to get to see everyone all together, just to know that in the future we're going to get to know them so much better.
The team building was good because really when you're out doing stuff in the wilderness, you rely on each other, so it's good to get to know people because there's a lot of people that I barely knew.
On the team building day, the big thing that I learned was probably that asking for help doesn't really necessarily mean that you're giving up.
We were having a lot of trouble to start out with, and let's start over. Can we have a restart? And the leaders were really proud of us to ask for a restart because they said to us that asking for a restart doesn't mean you're giving up. It just means that you want to try a different way and want to figure out a way around an obstacle.
And I feel that on the out trips, I remembered that, and I wasn't afraid to ask my leaders help if I needed it, and it really did help me.
We learned how to avoid getting hypothermia, and if you do get hypothermia, oh, you missed this. You stuff your jacket with leaves to keep warm.
Yep, stick it in there. The idea is not to pack it down really hard. Okay, I need more. And if I were really stuffed full, my armpits would also be protected. How am I gonna attach it? I'm making a fashion statement. Come on, you guys, don't go screaming. This is an experiential program, right? Anybody want to try to make fire?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I learned very many things with survival skills, including how to make fire with a bow drill. Well, we learned how to make bow drill fires, which was very mind-blowing as fires were started, and students were able to make these fires.
Well, when I first got into cooking, I thought we were just going to be making, cookies and, regular foods, but it was actually much, much more.
My mom wants me to cook because she thinks it'll be a very useful skill for me in college.
Okay, my favorite food that I've made so far has to be the guacamole. Oh man, it tasted really good. I was quite proud of that.
Well, after taking the week of cooking in the afternoons, it really helped while we were on the trail because we had to cook all of our own meals.
Shannon, what's for dinner tonight?
Couscous and soup and cheese. I would definitely recommend music. It was a very good week and a lot of fun. My favorite instrument was probably guitar. I tried bass, and I've never tried bass before, but my hands are so small, so I couldn't really do much, so guitar was good. Well, one of my favorite parts of the week actually was when I played one of my own songs for the band, and then they actually taught everyone else the chords, the same chords for my song, and then we actually got to play my song for an entire afternoon, and that was really, really cool to hear my song with, drums and bass instead of just me and my guitar. It was really cool.
So if you have any more questions, please feel free to email me at Becky, BECKY .Anderson, ANDERSON @smus.ca. Thank you.